If you're thinking about selling your home here in Hampton Roads or just simply trying to understand the process, you're in luck, because today I'm going to walk you through the exact steps of selling a home in a way that's going to remove the confusion, give you some clarity, and prepare you to make smart decisions during the process. It's a big process. Most people only sell a home a handful of times, if they're lucky, in their entire life. And the market today is working a lot differently than it did a decade ago and even just a few years ago. It's always changing. The digital era that we're in is changing literally daily. So let's break it all down in a clean, simple way so that you know what to expect and how to get the best possible results from your home sale. And again, this is just going to be kind of a snapshot of it. There's a lot more moving parts behind the real estate curtain than this, but this will give you kind of the main steps, all right? When I sit down with homeowners in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, or anywhere across Hampton Roads, these are the steps I walk them through. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly the selling process works from start to finish. So watch the whole video. Important steps here. So we're going to start with step number one and understanding your why. Why is it that you're selling? It's so important. I meet with people all the time. I go, well, if this home sells, I get it sold for you quickly. Where are we moving you to? They have no freaking clue. All right. So before anything else, we need to talk about the reason for your moving. Are you upsizing? Are you downsizing, relocating, freeing up equity, paying off debt, need a bigger home, school districts? What is the reason that you're selling? Because it's so important. It's going to determine your timeline, your pricing, and even how we prepare your home. When a seller knows their goals clearly, the rest of the decisions will become easier, right? If you get into the move, start packing, start going, start moving, things always open up for you, okay? So let's get clear on your goals. Step number two, evaluating your home and the market. This is where the data matters. And I'm not talking short-term data. I'm talking about knowing the data and the numbers across the boards. Things that I look at are going to be the current inventory, the absorption rates, comparable homes, pricing trends, buyer demand and psychology in your area, and what your home offers that others do not, right? And of course, maybe even some of the reasons that you bought the home when you purchased it, because likely if we can duplicate that, we'll find someone else that thinks just like you. Buyers today, they buy more than square footage alone. They buy the lifestyle, condition, location, convenience, school districts, and emotional connection. So important, a step a lot of other agents leave out or people just don't consider. Step number three is preparing your home. Buyers decide with their eyes long before they decide with their wallet. And some preparation includes things like a deep cleaning, one of the most important things, decluttering and depersonalizing, minor repairs, wood rot, peeling paint, etc., neutralizing your spaces, improving your curb appeal, raking leaves, trimming bushes, things to that nature, mowing your grass, little things. Sometimes light staging and furniture placement can make a big deal depending on your floor plan. So there is no one size fits all in a real estate project. It's case by case. You don't always need a full remodel, obviously, but you do need to make sure that the home photographs and videos well and creates a welcoming first impression. You have 8 seconds or less online, because most buyers are going to look online before they ever even schedule an appointment or take the time to step inside your home. So if we can win on the screen, we'll win the showings. Step number four, pricing strategy. This is one of the most misunderstood steps. Pricing is not about guessing or setting the bar high or stretching for the highest number. It's about positioning. It's simply positioning. You'll decide what you're going to take on your property, right? A well-positioned price creates more showings, more urgency, more offers, and a stronger negotiation stance, okay? People will see the value. Overpricing your home, they're always going to say things to like, this isn't worth it. You don't want to be in that situation. Overpricing slows the process down. And of course, underpricing a home can leave money on the table if you jump on the first offer. We aim for the price that creates energy, momentum, activity. That is the point. And you got to have that, okay? Step number five, professional marketing and exposure. This is where the game is won or lost in today's market. Buyers don't just stumble across homes anymore. The strategy has to push your home to them repeatedly, over and over and over again. My marketing approach, as you've been seeing here, includes clean professional photography, cinematic video tours,
Social media advertising, we're going to hammer it on social media. 77% of all buyers are online. Why would you as an agent not market there? Don't understand it. Retargeting campaigns so that it revisits them, follows up with them about your home. Multi-platform distribution. We're talking YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Google, everywhere. Zillow. Behavioral buyer matching. You have to understand how buyers think psychologically. Of course, email campaigns, strong listing copyright that tells the home's story, all right? You have to be an author, a storyteller. If you're not capable of doing it, find someone who is. We're very good at this. This is not the old days of just placing a yard sign in the front yard. Marketing today is about building attention, repetition, and emotional, psychological connection with the right qualified buyers for your property. Some homes are not hard to sell, let's be honest. They're just hard to find unless, of course, you have the right strategy in place. Our digital marketing strategy is one of the best. Step number 6, showing feedback and adjustments. Once we go active online, the market's going to start talking in the first 7 to 14 to 21 days. So we've got to track the analytics on this. What's the showing volume look like? What's the online engagement? What are the buyer comments looking like? The agent feedbacks from showings. What does that look like? What does the data telling us? Is there a common denominator that we might want to listen to? All right. If something needs to be adjusted, we need to do it early. Selling a home is not a passive process. It requires attention and quick decision making. If you're not a quick decision maker, you're going to have trouble here. All right. Step number 7, reviewing offers and negotiating. This is where experience matters. Okay. I've been doing this long enough. There hasn't been too many things I haven't seen, handled, or dealt with before. Not all offers you're going to look at are going to be equal. We have to look at things like the price, the financing type, the strength of the buyer. How about their motivation? Why and does the buyer want to get into your home? Why do they want to buy it? What's the reason for that? We've got to uncover that, okay? What about their contingencies, their timeline flexibility? Are they asking for closing costs, credits? And what risk factors, what red flags do we need to be aware of or that I need to convey to you if you decide to hire me? The goal is just not to accept an offer like, oh, wow, that number looks good. Let's go for it. The goal is to choose the offer that gets you successfully to the closing table with, of course, the least amount of stress and the highest net result for you, right? Nice, highest net proceeds for you. Step number 8 is the inspection and appraisal, and of course, contract management, project management. If you're not a good project manager or you're not experienced in that, you're going to have some challenges. Once we go under contract, there are some important steps. Likely a home inspection timeline, all right? These are time-sensitive things in a contract. Negotiations based on findings. What about the appraisal, lender conditions, title and legal paperwork? This is where many deals fall apart if they're not managed properly. You've got to stay on this. You can't just, we're under contract, let's go to sleep, my job's done. No. My job is to anticipate these problems before they happen and keep the process running smooth. Constant communication, stay on everybody involved. There's 50 or 60 or 70 plus people involved in a real estate transaction. A real estate or realtor's job is to stay on every single one of them so there's no ball dropping going on. Step number 9 is preparing for closing. This is the final stretch where we're going to coordinate that move out timeline, utility transfers with the buyer, final walkthrough preparation, the closing disclosures, keys and access, termite moisture stuff finishing up, and verifying clear to close with the lender, making sure the buyer is ready to close. Closing should feel like a finish line, not a surprise exam, guys. My goal is that everything should feel simple, smooth, and very, very predictable from the start to finish. Having control over the project, so important. Step number 10, celebrate and move forward and onward with your life. All right, by the time we get here, you're not just selling a home, you're moving into a new and hopefully very exciting chapter of your life. I always remind homeowners this: you are not selling walls and windows and upgrades alone. You're selling time, memories, financial opportunities, and the next step of not only your life, but someone else's life. They're going to pay you big money, likely, to get into this, into your home. So my job is to make sure you get there with clarity, confidence, and the best possible outcome. We're going to do that through marketing, experience, the training I've had, all kinds of different things. And I can get into that if you like a little bit later or additional video. But just kind of wrapping up this video, if you're thinking about selling your home,
this year or in the next couple of years, or you want to understand your numbers, your timing, your equity, reach out to me. I study this market so that you don't have to, all right? I study it every day. My goal is to make sure that this is real information that helps you make smart decisions in real estate here in Hampton Roads. If you found this video helpful, I want you to like the video, please subscribe, leave a comment, because I'd love to hear what your questions and comments are, and I'll respond to pretty much all of them, or as many of them as I can anyway. I'm John King with Berkshire Hathaway, RW Towne Realty, and I will see you all around town. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you.